Fams, welcome to another moment with Nwakama, the certified relationship and love mentor. Today we want to look into another rape victim. She shared that story, and very soon I'm going to be playing that particular story for you so that you can get to see what some women go through, and they don't speak, they don't talk. But in the case of Busola Dakolo, she was able to voice out, and it has helped a lot of more women to voice out. Actually, a lot of women have been calling me. Some have not still been able to voice out, to speak it out to someone, to speak it out for the whole world to hear what is actually going on, and for the younger ones also to learn from this. It's just social media, right? And we have younger ones that are growing. We have people that are looking up to so many other people right here on social media. And that's why I always encourage people listening to this, if you have been through any sexual assault or attempted, please share it with us. Let us learn from you. Let the ones that are growing also learn from you. Now, this lady took so much courage to actually send this to me, and I'm like the first person she's sharing this with in details, and it's an honor to at her TV to have real people who would come out to actually share this. But before then, if you're new here, I want to specially welcome you. Please hit the red button below, which is the subscribe button, and turn on your notification bell to get notified on each time we do a post on the Heart to Heart TV. Remember that we have a lot of things in stock for you, so don't always miss our posts. Make sure you watch a lot of more videos via playlist. Now, back to our guest. Right now, I'll be leaving this particular mic for her, so don't go anywhere. You just sit back and listen.
Hi, my name is God's best daughter. I just want to share this as opposed to what what Busola went through, and the story that has gone viral on all over internet, Instagram, all over YouTube. Yeah. I really did go through the same experience. It's just that probably she was fortunate to experience that with one person. I was, I should not say I am still a victim of rape, because my situation is that it happened over and over, and it really hurts when you hear a lot of people criticizing and judging this young lady that she's a liar just because they're not in her shoes. They don't believe her. They don't believe her that how come a person, how did it happen that in the same week she was raped twice? Well, I've got a story to tell you. To other people, it happens more than twice. It happens more than twice. And to anybody who is really, really talking all these nonsenses to say that how come she wasn't able to voice out? How come she didn't do this? You're saying that because you were very lucky. If you were in the shoes of a person that was raped, you wouldn't have said those words. I pity you big time. To be honest with you, it's not a joke. Rape victims, most of them, they don't talk. They die with that secret. They die with that secret because you live in the world that somebody like you, somebody like, I'm not talking about the person that I'm giving this audio to. I'm talking about the people that are saying all these judgmental comments, saying this lady is lying. You have got to be in her shoes. You have got to be experiencing that pain. And I'll tell you what, even though I've said that she was probably fortunate to have gone through that with one person and probably twice, but once a rape victim, whether it has happened 3 minutes or 2 minutes, you will always be a rape victim. It's just that when you kill one person and when somebody kills 20 people, death is death. So rape is rape. A person who has never been killed doesn't feel the same pain as the person who have been killed or a person who have lost a child. So when you are judging, you have to think that you're judging somebody because you've never experienced that scenario. So try to be reasonable. Try to be sensible when you come out with these comments. Now let me leave Busola's story and let me tell you about myself. When I was really young, it started when I was young. I used to live, I'm from a polygamous family. I had a very big family. There were some people still, even though I'm sending this video, this audio, there are some people that, because I'm afraid that who is going to get whether this audio might circulate and any of my family members, like I told you, that I've not told anybody. I have not told anybody about this. None of my family members. I've not said anything. But there was a time, I remember when I was young, I had my uncle who nearly caught the person who wanted to rape me. But having said that, the same uncle who nearly caught the person who was repeatedly raping me, that person is also related to my uncle. But as I said, having said that, that uncle, that same uncle who was about to catch that man in an act of raping me when he walked in the room. That same uncle also had already raped me several times. And I'm talking about these people I'm mentioning. They are my mother's brothers, people that I was supposed to look up to. And when my mom left me with them, she trusted them until now. Right now, she's an old lady. If I tell her, she'll start hating people that have already passed away. She will start blaming herself that she didn't look after me enough. She trusted these people. And that's just the beginning that I'm telling you of what happened to me. And it continued happening. You know, when somebody is talking about rape, when somebody is talking about being raped, when they say it continues, sick mindset of men out there, they think that if those things were continuing and you were not revealing about them, it means you started enjoying them. Rape is not sweet. Sex is sweet, but rape sex is not sweet to women. Rape sex is sweet to men. Okay? Rape it doesn't feel good. A woman always feels disgusted. You feel as if you are useless. You don't feel good enough. You will never feel. You will try. And it is only the grace of God that can save you. And even at that you've been saved by God, it is hard to talk about it. I am a believer. I'm a full-time believer. I love God. I love God. But till this date, this is the first time I'm sharing this with you. Having said that, I tried to share it on a platform of this other lady who claims to be a pharmacist and a good journalist. I tried to share this story. She erased it quickly because she didn't want a good evidenced story, because she was really criticizing Busola to say that Busola is lying and she needs to apologize to the accused. To the accused. And when I sent a message like the one I've sent, I posted on your YouTube video, she just deleted my comment. So I realized that just for her doing that, I knew that probably she have been somehow, she's in connection with the accused, because how can she, if she's putting out a video on YouTube, she need to be putting out a video on YouTube to accept every comment. She can't just choose the comments to keep on there, because my comment carried a lot of weight, because I was telling her that I am a rape victim. So, a rape victim. So you cannot say things like that. You don't trust her. You don't do that. when a person is raped, it doesn't take a person who is an intellect, a person who has got education to understand a rape victim. No, a person who has no education whatsoever can't understand a rape victim. So the lady bragged a lot about her education, okay, which, to be honest, probably I'm not as educated as as she is, but at least I understand the victim of rape. That's how. I'm not a pharmacist, I'm not a journalist, I'm not whatever, a package of, I'm not a linguistic. She knows a lot of languages, but I know about rape. She did say that, okay, I was fondled and the person died, and probably she just talked about one history sensation, but I'm talking about repeated versions of rape in my life from a very tender age, when when I didn't even have my period. When I didn't even have my period, that's when I started being raped over and over and over by the relatives of my mom, by the relatives of my mom. And those men would always tell me that you never say these things. If you say these things, you will be in trouble. Never reveal about these things. Guess what? All of those people are dead and gone. Okay? Except for others, I don't even know where they are, because some of the things happened while I was at school. During the day, we're just walking, we are going home. In public, we are going home after school in my primary school. We're going home, and these boys, one boy, he used to be a very difficult boy, and he says, just watch me, I want to rape that girl, come here. And I was dragged right in the front of people, of my fellow students. So you can imagine somebody criticizing Busola. They are stabbing my heart. They should not say things like that, because they've never experienced it. Even that pharmacist of a woman, she has never experienced what I'm telling her. Okay? If only I had a memory. God knows the person who did this to me. Some of them probably they are politicians. If I had an idea of where these people are today, probably I would take them to court to face justice. I'm telling you. It was a repeated version, multiple. There's somebody, I think I was sent to go to the grocery shops to go and get something. And when I was coming, I was dragged. I was pulled, not dragged with like drugs. Somebody just dragged me and raped me. And I knew the person. And people looked up to him. And he came again. The next time is that he followed me. He said, you know, you are going to be doing this, right? Just the same way that the way Busola was done the second time. You know, we are going to do this again, yeah? This time, don't even try to talk. This is what he did. And the person did it again. So these are the people I'm adding up on now are not related to me. The people that just found me, in our area, in our community, we know them. And because my uncles told me that you don't talk about these things, I thought, in my mind, I thought that's the way you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to talk to people when these things happen to you. When these things happen to you. There was a time that I tried now because I was getting tired of it. I tried to talk to my mom, and my mom smacked me. My mom smacked me. And from that time, I never told her. Even when I realized now that this was wrong, I never even dared to talk because I didn't even feel like she was that kind of a person that wanted to hear what I was going through. If I had, I'm pretty sure if I have to, let's say if I just, send you this video, I would be remembering more and more. I'll be remembering more and more. This is what I can tell you. It's not been a good journey. So please, if I were you guys, I would support this lady. I would support the husband for being very supportive. Because these comments that people are making, if I tell you, these comments that people are making, these comments that are saying that, okay, just because the guy who's being accused is handsome, he's good, he's good looking, his physique is cool, he speaks cool, it doesn't mean that because Busola is also attractive, it doesn't mean that it means Busola loved this man. She hoped to have married this man, and therefore this man did not love her. He just wanted to have sex with her. No. Once a rape victim, it doesn't matter how handsome a person can be. What matters is what the person goes through. What a person experiences. So try, if you say these things against this, against Busola, first of all, you are going to cause this man to feel embarrassed, embarrassed of Busola. It's going to cause issues in her marriage. What we can do, we can support, we can applaud this man to say, you've done a good thing. I know there are people out there supporting them, but the social media needs to make sure that they're supporting this family instead of making these derogatory comments, these, nuisance comments, these, the comments are, come on, this is ignorance mentality, to be honest. This is ignorance mentality, and probably the people, and it's a shock to me that, older women are coming out with these words, and they don't even, they don't want to support this woman, and yet they've got young kids. If only I tell you what I went through while I was young. Today, I hardly trust anybody. It's like now I'm a type of a person that when a man sees me, they are so afraid to approach me because they sees me. I mean, they look at me as a person who is able to support themselves. They look at me that, oh, this woman can take care of herself. So if I have to go with her, what else would she want? She's got everything. They look at me. You see, it's because I've made that environment. I've made that environment. I've protected my children. People tried to mess about with my children, but I just sat down and I told them this. You'd find out that my children, if any man is trying to say any silly thing, my children will put that man down like a rubbish rag. That one I can assure you. If my children happen to be with anybody, it means they have accepted to be with that person, but not because somebody took advantage of them. Because all the anger I had, it made me so much strong that I laid a very good, foundation in terms. I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm a perfect mom. I'm not saying that my children are perfect, but I'm saying that in that area, a pastor or whoever they call themselves cannot and will not take advantage of my children, because one person has tried and I covered my face at the insult of what my daughter told one man, not where I live now, but it was in another country, in the country of my origin. And I was busy defending the man until my daughter told me, if I have to tell you what this man was saying to me, he said this, and I told him that my mom told me that if you do this, you'll be in trouble, and I will tell her this is why he's behaving like this. So you can see that whatever they did to me, it's not being passed. It has not been passed to my children. I've blocked it. This is how much of control I've gained. This is how much of control I've gained. I'm very protected. I just want, my space. I love my own space. I hardly trust people. So I'm saying this not because I want the attention, but I'm saying this so that you can believe what Busola is saying, and you can support what her husband has done in their life. And for her husband to have even married her, I salute him. Because it's not a lot of people, a lot of men. There are not a lot of men out there who can put up with such stories and who can put up with the way a rape victim behaves.
The trauma that comes with rape is so killing. Thank you so much, God's best daughter, for sharing this with us. And thank you also for making this very useful even to the teenagers and the younger ones growing up. Because I know there are some people who have teenagers that need to hear this. Do not hide things like this from them. Don't say they are too small. Some of them have been abused already. Some may still find themselves in compromising situations like this and they won't know what to do. And that's why I want to encourage you all, please hit your share button, let them see it, hit your share button, share it on your social media platform, let other people get to hear this and learn from this. Now, for God's best daughter, let's drop words of encouragement for her. Let her healing be permanent. Please drop words of encouragement for her below. And if you also have further additions, subtraction, please, you're free to drop them below this particular video. Thank you all for staying tuned. And if you're still new, you have not hit the subscribe button yet, oh, you need to do that right now. So you hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you can get notified on each time we do a post. Watch a lot of more videos via playlist. I love you. Bye bye.